Well, it's that time of year again. Time to not do a Christmas special about kids' horror on the Goose Block channel. And thank God for that. I mean, go back and watch that one from 2 years ago. It was pretty horrible. And so let's just keep the tradition going from last year, alright? Second year in a row, no Christmas special about Goosebumps or kids' horror. Instead, this year, we're gonna talk about adult horror, because adult horror is just so much better. I mean, I would know. I have read so much kids' horror this year, and a lot of it has been very hit or miss. More so misses than hits. So, with that being said, what do we got for Christmas adult horror? Let's see. So we've got Silent Night, Deadly Night. Nah, I'm good with that. And, well, haven't really talked about Terror Train much. Well, what about, that Black Christmas remake from 2019? Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's do some kids horror, but there isn't really much to talk about with Christmas kids horror because, well, there hasn't been much even made. Even back then when these things were being pumped out like crazy, not much. And we're not counting something like Beware the Snowman from Goosebumps or Snow Day from Spine Tinglers. That shit doesn't count. That's just winter-themed books. We're talking about Christmas or holiday-themed books. Stuff that has the magic of this time of year. There is one Christmas Goosebumps book. We've already talked about it, and it's not very good. Ooh, there is one other Goosebumps book, but I don't have it, so I'd have to order it on express mail. Let's see what eBay's got. Let's see here. This is a little niche for you guys. Tales to Give You Goosebumps, book 6. And let's see these prices. 55, 60, 61, 57, 56, 55, 56. Oh god. Well, I mean, the price fluctuates quite a bit. I bet we'll find a much cheaper one on here. Let's just go price load high. And yeah, the lowest is 39. I don't think that's gonna happen. So, what else is there to talk about? I mean, there's seriously like nothing kids horror wise that's Christmassy. Well, there is a few things. And I've been keeping these in a vault mentally because I really don't want to read them. No, I really don't want to do this. But because I basically ditched the channel for a month and a half and didn't upload at all, I feel like I kind of have to do this. So to make it up to you guys, I'm going to be torturing myself this Christmas season and watching/reading some of the worst looking kids horror shit I've possibly ever watched. So, first things first, Spine Tinglers. Let's give a little bit of backstory. I've read a few of these and they were all decent. And, I feel like I need to read more of these, even though they're not really Goosebumpsy feeling. Even though it's kind of a Goosebumps ripoff. I'm sorry if I don't make sense right now, but trust me, I don't despise these books. So, with how much people love Spine Tinglers, I bet this book right here, We Wish You a Scary Christmas, is gonna be a banger. And I know bangers. Let's look at the reviews. Austin Smith says, the very premise of this Goosebumps ripoff book is sure to raise some eyebrows. Our main characters learn that the parents of fellow classmate Emery have Santa Claus held captive in their basement. What the fuck? All in all, this one is an interesting entry in the Spine Tinglers series, and while I couldn't call it good in any objective sense, it had me intrigued by some of its ideas alone. Very promising review. 2 stars. And Cameron Chaney from Library Macabre on YouTube. I will say there was a decently paced scene involving the kids being chased, so they think, through a cemetery during a blizzard. Otherwise, this book was very boring and had none of the charm that Goosebumps and others like it have. 1 star. So that book doesn't look very promising at all, but we have one other one from the Ghosts of Fear Street series, which is another series I just haven't read much from at all, and in fact this one less than the last one. Basically a kiddie version of Fear Street, which is about as lame as it gets, but here we are. Jack Harlow says, this is basically a Goosebumps-style retelling of the Charles Dickens classic, complete with the 3 ghost gimmick and everything. The main character in this book is the biggest bully in Shadyside, and from the very first few pages you want to punch him in the face. It was very tough deciding how many stars to give this book because it pretty much sucked, but there were some incredibly redeeming qualities. I hated the whole ordeal with the Night Watchman character, and I didn't care for the 3 ghosts. The climax and ending were really cool, and the story taking place in Dalby Department Store from Fear Street's Silent Night was a great touch. The ghostwriter did a good job mimicking R.L. Stine, but overall this felt rushed and definitely lacked heart. 2 out of 5 stars. Natalie Sproul says, I think this is going to be a good book. 2 out of 5. And let's cap it off with one more. Edina Livnjak says, Jos jedna varjalskaster, bozen price nista prejerno novo. 2 out of 5 stars. So I want to make this quick because this is probably the most boring thing we're talking about today, but I want to remind myself, but also you guys, how insanely goofy Are You Afraid of the Dark is. This has to be one of the most goofy fucking things in kids' horror history, and it just so happens to be one of the biggest IPs in the genre. I mean, throw a couple clips up, but my god, is this hard to take seriously. What can I say? The concept, although features a Christmas idea, has basically nothing to do with Christmas. In fact, it doesn't really have much holiday spirit at all. So why am I talking about it? Well, this is the closest we ever got to Christmas even being a theme in Are You Afraid of the Dark? So I guess appreciate it while it lasts, but this is a season 2 episode, which is one of the weaker seasons. I still think this show gets way better further on than in the earlier stuff. A lot of this earlier Are You Afraid of the Dark stuff is just super ghost story-ish shit. And guess what we have on our hands here? A ghost story. What did I expect? I mean, the fucking title is Tale of the Frozen Ghost. I still feel like they could have been a little more creative. And somehow, this is not even the only ghost story on this video. This episode's not that great. I'm not gonna say I find it boring, but the acting is really bad, and I think that even the scariest little moments and the nice disturbing camera work is kind of ruined by it.
You wanna know what's wrong with clean clothes? I'll show you what's wrong with clean clothes. Oh look, he's still alive. What a surprise, he survived a little bit of mud.
That's it, I'm telling my mom you did that. I'm telling my mom and dad. They're gonna get angry at you.
What was that?
The ghost! The ghost! We have to get back to the house!
I will say, I do really like the creepy, kind of eerie vibe of that little ghost kid, the actual frozen ghost himself. That stuff does look pretty creepy. I'm not gonna say I'm like, oh, shiver me timbers, but it's kids' horror. What did I expect? I probably shouldn't even be watching this. I don't want to hate watch and give a shit review for you guys, but this is not a TV show that I love revisiting unless it's the Cookie Jar Entertainment seasons, which are season 6 and 7. The first 5 seasons were done by Nickelodeon, so maybe higher quality, but way less interesting. So unlike the last TV show we just talked about, The Haunting Hour by R.L. Stine does have a decent amount of Christmassy stuff in it, I guess. Although there only is 2 really Christmas episodes, so let's just talk about those. And that, my friends, is A Creature Was Stirring and Goodwill Towards Men. Oof. These are definitely episodes. I'm gonna be real. I don't really like The Haunting Hour that much as a TV show. It just does not blend at all with my interests. Some of it's a little nostalgic feeling. It's pretty here and there. But yeah, a lot of this stuff it has the worst acting in kids horror ever, and the cinematography is dog shit. A lot of the effects look dated as hell, which is shocking because they're not that old. Like, a lot of these episodes are not old at all. I don't know. A Creature Was Stirring. It was one of the first episodes they ever did. Also one of the worst. And the other one, it's pretty bad. I mean, the whole message makes no sense and is just, in my opinion, kind of dumbfounding. I mean, the whole premise is that rich people can enjoy Christmas too, which is fucking stupid. Like, who wrote this script? That's right, yes, they did. And goddamn, dude, I really don't think either of these episodes are that entertaining, so it completely removes the purpose of watching these. They're not good, they're not even entertainingly bad. What the fuck's the purpose? It's like, why on earth do you make a Christmas episode the weirdest or most boring one, right? A Creature Was Stirring isn't weird at all. Right? It has a good concept. It's just fucking boring. The whole family's arguing the whole episode, and it has awful acting. The actual action-y sequences are way too heartfelt and just stupid. And then the second episode is just not fun at all. It's boring. And that's bad. It's really bad. And when it doesn't make sense and it's boring, it's even worse. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of either of these episodes. I don't even really want to go into either of them that much, so let's just move on to the books. I have 2 books here that I want to talk about. We already went over them, and because these aren't as easy to, get through as a TV episode, I'm going to have to take a little bit of time reading them. And I kind of want to take my time because I really don't want to burn myself out on one of them and not be able to read the other. And judging by the reviews from the first little part of this video, I feel like our best bet is to start with Ghost of Fear Street. Oh my god, does anybody here just hate Christmas? And I'm talking like hate Christmas, like just the worst holiday ever. Well, I sure as fuck don't. But apparently the character in this book really does hate Christmas. And I mean, hates it so much that he does horrendous acts of just pure hatred to others around this time of year. For whatever reason. And guess what? 3 spirits visit him in the night and try to kind of teach him to appreciate life for what it is. And stop being such an evil fucking brat. Does this sound like something familiar to you? Well, if you guessed A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, you'd be fucking correct, ladies and gentlemen, because that's literally what this book is. Not only does it reference A Christmas Carol, and not only does it have a tagline that references A Christmas Carol. Yes, I'm not kidding, that is the actual tagline. But the entire story is also kind of just based around A Christmas Carol. What the fuck is the purpose of this book? I don't get it. I mean, I know that people like this book. Like, a few people. It's here and there. It's not much, but I really don't see the appeal here. You could literally watch any version of A Christmas Carol ever. And I mean any version ever. And it would probably be more fun than reading this. I'm not fucking kidding. It's one of the most mid retellings of a classic folk tale I've ever seen in horror ever. Which is saying a lot because there's an entire subgenre based on that shit at this point. I mean, where do I start? The character is extremely unlikable. I get it. It's trying to be like Scrooge, but I cannot like him at all. And I can't even root for him at all. The entire plot is just kind of whatever. I mean, I've seen this done 100 times because it's the fucking most famous Christmas story ever. For how short this book is. It really is not fast-paced at all. I mean, the Night Watchman shit kind of is, but everything else takes its sweet-ass time. So if you really want a crazy action-packed story, you're basically going to get it from 20 to 30 pages of 107. Yes, it is that short. This book is tiny. And that might even be a positive to this thing. I mean, my God, if it was any longer, I don't really know what they'd do with it. I mean, here's the thing. I don't know how long these books are on average because I've only read like 4 of them, including this one. But I seriously don't think most of them are that short. There really is nothing that redeeming here other than some decent action stuff and a couple fun ideas that are kind of thrown in the mix. Which thank God, by the way, because if not, I'd just call this book a boring retelling. Which, goddamn, it basically is, but I'll be nice today and I'll say that this book is okay, right? I chose this one on purpose before the other book that we have on our video today. So far, it feels like none of these stories that we've gone over have even remotely brought me joy. And that's really sad, you know? Christmas is a time of year where all you want to do is watch movies or read books that are, you know, very joyful and bring you happiness, whether it's horror movies like Black Christmas or Silent Night, Deadly Night if you're a fucking crazy person, or who knows? I mean, there's tons of Christmas classics we all know about. Home Alone, Elf, Christmas Vacation. And you know, I'll give this next book a shot. Maybe Spine Tinglers' We Wish You a Scary Christmas will be one of the best kids' horror stories I've ever read, and it also takes place during Christmas. Part of me kind of doubts that.